It's Tuesday afternoon, and you know what that means. It's time for Randominity with the Random Kristian Show. Today, the Random Kristian Show is interviewing Tim Haer from the Green Grass Cattle Company. The Random Kristian Show is brought to you by Mrs. A's famous salsa BUENA, a unique blended salsa loaded with cilantro and just the right amount of heat. Mrs. A's famous salsa BUENA is available in stores across Northern California, Colorado, Nevada, and Southern Oregon. To find a store near you, just visit mrsafamous.com. The Random Kristian Show is proudly supported by The Advisor. The Advisor is a Facebook group created by Colonel James Nelbratis, composed of multi-talents such as actors, directors, artists, writers, and more. If you fall into this category, contact them on Facebook at The Advisor. The Random Kristian Show can now be seen on the Good Wives Network, TV for women by women. The Good Wives Network starts streaming March 1st over on Roku, Android TV, and Amazon TV. Intro music provided by the Dead Campers. Check them out on Spotify and at deadcampers.com. Next week, the Random Kristian Show is interviewing Fancy and Amanda from the Good Wives Network. My name is Andy, and now here's your host, Kristian Random.
I love that song. I don't care. And you know what? It was 2 years ago to the day that we used that. We started using that song for our...
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Well, that's a great anniversary. Excellent.
Excellent, Smithers.
Well, isn't that special?
Why is that convenient? Put a little rock and roll with our little show. Makes all little naughty parts feel tingly, don't they? Yeah. Welcome to it. Hey-yo. Welcome back, Andrew.
Thank you. I'm happy to be back.
Now you can drive back. So
yeah. No, the mess my life has been for the last 2 weeks has finally ironed out. And the exclamation on it today was waking up to another snow day.
Yes. Welcome to my world.
Yeah.
Well, actually, in the Midwest, we just get ice. Lots and
lots.
Of
Yeah. No,
ice,
this is snow's already melted outside, but it snowed just enough for the schools to get canceled this morning. So
yeah.
I wake up to a yes in the living room when he walked out and saw the snow.
Saw it on the crawler on the TV. He's like, screw it.
Yep.
Yes. X nailing it.
Yeah.
Well, hey, and welcome all of you out there in the interweb world land. Thank you so much for being a part of the show. It is the Random Kristian Show because it's Tuesday, because Monday sucks, so we just ignore it. Tuesday's the day we focus on. Wednesday, you just sleep through, and Thursday, you get ready for Friday. Friday, you skip out on work early and start it all over again and get ready for the Random Kristian Show for next week. Or rum and regrets.
That's true.
Friday,
now number 76 in the top indie society and culture podcasts. According to Good. Yeah, we charted.
Where's there it is.
Yeah, that's
there,
right,
baby. You got it. And now
last time we charted on Good Pods, we were at 98.
Dude,
so
hey,
moving on up.
Hey, and we just hit number 16 for the month or the week,
amazing,
or whatever.
Yeah,
so, dude, I'm telling you, we've been that's I think the lowest we've been in the top 20. So I'm taking it, going with it.
Well, I attribute that to me being gone last week.
I'm not sure about that because my work, I've been working 14-hour days, 7 days in a row, and I was really hoping on the old Andrew to keep me spiced.
Right, and that was absolutely my fault. We can thank
Dennis Gaxiola, who
I'm so bummed too, because I've been, there's a comedy club in Pleasanton that I do the website for that he has been frequenting for years and years and years, and I wanted to share that, but as fate would have it, my car had to break. So
yeah, That's all right.
Couldn't
Hey,
couldn't get into the studio, so you know.
The studio down the hall.
Right? You know, that's
From the garage. Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's tough, man. It's tough.
Well, we're glad to have you back, sir. You were dearly, dearly, and duly missed.
I'm so happy to be back. So thank you so much. Sorry for
and
being
I no, you know, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. I'm just excited for today because Tim Haer, I actually got to go spend some time with him out at the ranch or farm, and dude, just this guy is just amazing. I can't wait to get him on because everything he does, he's got a passion for, and it's just exciting to talk to him. I was like, I wanted to go and just stay on the farm with him the rest of the time because I want to play with the cows and you know, feed them and do stuff, and then he's like, no, you're an idiot, get out.
I'm always scared, especially in those situations that I might accidentally slip up, end up in some machine, and then end up packaged and on the shelf somewhere.
He did let me crawl up into the grass cutting machine and look inside, and he did have a look of concern when I started going, ooh,
Right.
look in there.
Yeah.
It was a little hairy, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
We do have him for a limited time. He's actually been asked to speak at an event because of what he does and how good he does it. So,
Well, let's get moving then.
well, then, you know, we should be getting ready for this, which is our famous random 9 list. Which, you know, we got to have a little graphic, I think, for our random 9 list.
I will work on that, sir. I will get that. I will make that happen for you.
No, you probably already got it done. You just are being humble and not showing it. But okay, so a random 9 list is basically a compilation of about 5,000 people that we ask questions to randomly, and we come up with lists. And then there's a crack team of researchers that compile the list, put it all together, shove it into a computer, which ends up in a blender and is thrown into the trash. And then I have a bum that chews on it and spits out these answers. So right here, right now, we have what's called the 9 random reasons we are not farmers. Almost hit the post. Almost.
You're so close.
Oh, if we get the radio job, dude, I've got to get better.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's just going to be fun. Watching you just miss hit all morning.
Yes. Be like, you missed the post. You missed the post.
Well,
but here it is.
Yeah, go for it.
9 random reasons we are not farmers. But what? No, you got to go.
No. So I don't know when the last time you were actually in a radio studio was, but they have a little timer that actually gives you the seconds
countdown
down to where the actual post is.
Yeah. Oh, so, to where the post is.
To where the post is, to where the singing starts in the song. So, yeah. It's almost cheating.
I was going to say that's actually cheating. There's no skill involved. That's this.
Right.
Yeah, see.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
May have to stick with the podcast. Anyway, all right. So 9 random reasons we are not farmers. I'm probably not getting hired anyways, so it's fine.
It's okay.
All right. So we will start off with, of course, number 9 and count to number 1. And number 9 is one of the random reasons we are not farmers. People just get tired of manure jokes really fast. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey,
not gonna lie, Andy's already tired of my manure jokes, and I barely even uttered one. Uttered.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's yeah.
Oh,
I'm telling you, these are
Crazy.
Gold, Jerry. They're gold. All right,
these jokes write themselves. My goodness.
How about another bowl of soup, Jerry? Okay. Okay, Seinfeld's off to the side. Okay.
Hey,
number eight.
Number 8. Most of the work gets done before the sun rises, which just doesn't work with my schedule.
Unless you're Xander, then
no, right, absolutely.
He wakes up and goes, "Yes, no work," and goes and starts playing video games.
Right.
Number 7 random reasons why we're not farmers. The 20 plus goldfish I've had in my life that are no longer around and really didn't last much longer than a couple of months.
All it does
Some
is
weeks.
swim arounds in a bowl, and all you have to do is tap the little food. That's all you have to do.
Yeah. That's that would be easy, wouldn't it? But
Right. No,
apparently, no. Thanks for proving my. Okay. All
absolutely.
right. Number six. Random reason why we're not farmers.
Yeah, I don't feel comfortable eating anything that I knew when it was alive and I had a name for it. What's for dinner tonight? Oh, it's Timmy.
remember Cuddles? Yeah. Cuddles did go to the farm, and then he went to the processor, and
right. Now Cuddles is a cheeseburger.
Which there's an interesting story. We have to wait for Tim, but anyway.
Okay, all right.
Number 5. Oh yes, number 5 random reasons we're not farmers. I only look good in short pants coveralls. short pants coveralls. Oh yeah, that's right, ladies. And yeah, ladies. Yes, ladies. Anyway, number 4, go for it.
So regular, like real farmers have a feel for the land and can sense when animals are sick or when something's off kilter, right? And can diagnose and fix issues on the farm within minutes, right?
Yeah.
I lost my favorite pair of jeans last week. I have no idea where they are. And I walk from my bedroom to my office, which is right across the hall. Gone, completely gone. No idea where they are. Nothing.
And a shoe and a sock, probably.
Okay, let's not bring up the shoe and the sock. All right.
Well, and the shoe's missing off one foot, the sock's missing off the other.
It still stings. It still stings.
Yeah. And then there we go. Number 3, apparently setting off firecrackers in the middle of a herd of cows is frowned upon, but awfully fun. Just saying.
Yeah, they just don't like to celebrate.
Not that I have ever done that.
Yeah,
maybe once. Kind of.
Yeah.
Not really.
Maybe. No, we're not. We never, ever.
Okay, I was a real jerk back in my younger days.
Okay.
Which was last week.
So. Right. Yeah. You really turned a corner last weekend.
Yes. Sobriety is amazing. Okay. Number where are we at?
Number 2.
We're at number 2. Number 2 reasons, 9 random reasons that we are not farmers. Number 2 is,
let's just be real. Farmers are real men. I cut my thumb last week and it still hurts under my princess Band-Aid.
Oh yes. Disney princess Band-Aid, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because there's
which princess?
You can't get any other. It's Tiana, of course.
Oh wow, dude, that came off way too fast.
What? Come on, Princess and the Frog. That's a beautiful movie. Who doesn't cry at the end of Princess and the Frog? Oh, I'm sorry. Was I talking again?
That was out loud, Andy.
My inner monologue just sometimes pops out, and I just don't know that I am 100% live.
Next week, we're going to have Andy's therapist on. It's going to be amazing. All right.
Good personality comes out for that one.
Yes, the other Andrew. All right, so 9 random reasons we are not farmers. Number 1, cow tipping mania. Yeah. And yes, and this is why Tim kicked me out of his farm. Not
probably good call.
I shut up.
Yeah. Right.
There it is. 9 random reasons why we are not farmers. So glad we got that done and out of the way, because where would we be without it? You know what I'm saying? So right. Now we're going here. because it's time to introduce our guest, a man that walks the line and holds true to actual real farming and responsible farming, which he's got to explain. He has a system, and it's amazing. And I just, like I said, I was so fired up just hanging out with him. Ladies and gentlemen, let's bring him on, Mr. Tim Haer from Green Grass Cattle. There he is. How are you doing, buddy?
Doing well. Thanks for having me, guys.
Hey, dude, thank you for being here, sir. Okay, so as I said, Tim, you are the owner of Green Grass Cattle Company up in Weston, Missouri. And it's I know it's weird, especially for an urbanite like me, to say these things, but you have an absolutely beautiful farm. It was just cool. I mean, when I getting the directions, I was a little thrown off, and then I'm like driving down the road, I'm like, oh, that's it. And I'm pulling in, and I didn't even see the cows at first. I just saw all the bales of hay and all that, and I'm like, okay, this is not what I was thinking, all right, so again, you pride yourself with, like you said, responsible farming, sustainable farming, and I think that's just absolutely very cool. So explain to us what the term responsible farming means and what all you do here.
Well, I think it can be defined a lot of different ways. To me, responsible farming, specifically when it comes to animals, is looking at that animal and saying, okay, I made this very conscious decision to own this animal, right? The animal had no choice, right? The animal, they didn't get a vote, right?
Yeah.
So when you think about that, if you think about it long enough, and you really kind of ponder that statement, something happens. There's a realization that you have that, by me making that decision to own this animal, it's my responsibility, my burden to give that animal the best life that I can give it by every means necessary. And that's something that, I apply that with our cattle, with our horses, our barn cats, our house cats, our dogs. It's something that for me is transcended, not just, these cattle provide a living and provide employment for other people, but there's something bigger here at play.
And okay, and this was one of the things, like when we first met and we were talking and stuff. One is your passion for this is just, I mean, through the roof, dude. I mean, it was like, for one, I couldn't get much of an word in because you were just going and going, dude. Which, hey, no, I'm like the same way when I start talking about this show or the things that I'm doing with it, and it was just amazing. I mean, we had almost an hour-long phone conversation just before I even got there, and and I was just like, oh, dude, we've got to do this. We've got to get you on. Not only is okay. Let's go back a little bit here. You started out when you were in school. You were in sales and you were studying tech, right?
Yeah. So before I started farming full time with my dad, I was in software sales. So I was selling software all across the country, and ended up farming out of that.
Which, I mean, I mean, this is something that's been in your family for how many generations now?
I think I'm the sixth. Generation to do this.
Yeah, dude. I mean, and this is what I'm saying. I mean, this is something, and your whole family's been doing this way all these years. Not really changed much. And again, it was just crazy hanging out with you because you're just, I mean, everything we did and the way you were describing it, which was blowing me away because you talk about how you mix the grass with the feed and how you got some of the food from basically a recycled malt place or brewery, or what was it?
Yeah, so Jay Rieger and Company Distilling. It's a distillery there in Kansas City. I go down once a week and pick up about 20,000 pounds of spent grain from their distilling process. I feed it out to my cows. So outside of that, everything that they eat outside of that grain product is food that we grow ourselves. It's
wow.
hay that we've grown, or it's corn that we grew on our farm. So it's all very controlled and very intentional that way.
Right. And that's another one of the words that you used a lot was intentional. I mean, everything you do there, like I said, the way you feed the cow, I mean, you grind the grass up so they don't have to chew it so much. So it actually absorbs, gets into their system better, which gives them, number one, just makes them healthier, period. Which develops strong cattle, which means you don't need to use a bunch of antibiotics. You don't need to use a bunch of hormones. You don't need to do any of that. These are just good, natural, healthy cows and happy cows.
Yeah.
I mean,
I steal a term from Fight Club. When I go out there and I see all the cows, they're laying down on the hill and they've got their calves with them. Nobody's excited. They're not all bunched up in kind of a protective manner where they might have seen a coyote or something like that. And everybody's spread out, very calm. The term that I've stolen from Fight Club is that they're as calm as Hindu cows, right? Hindu cows have no worries at all. But yeah, everything we do is very intentional. We feed out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We feed out to 5 different herds every day, and that feeding process takes about 6 hours a day to complete, and it has to be done every day. The cows do not care if it's Christmas.
Yeah,
they don't care if you're sick, right? They just need to be fed. And we do it in a very unique way where we grind up all of the hay. We bale the hay and we wrap it, so we make baleage out of it. So it's wrapped the entire time from when we bale it to when we feed it out, and it goes through a fermentation process. We'll grind it down to get the hay to a 3 to 4 inch particle size. And what happens then is, when it's middle of winter and we're feeding the cows because they're not out grazing, all the grass is dormant. That when we feed them that hay that's been broken down that way, they're not having to spend a bunch of energy in consuming and digesting that food. They can use that energy to stay warm, produce milk if they're lactating for their calves, or if they're gestating, growing babies themselves. And the simplest way to compare that to like our own daily lives is, when I don't order a salad when I go to a restaurant, but if I did order a salad at a restaurant, I'd be pretty disappointed if they just brought out a head of lettuce, right? Mm-hmm. I want it chopped up. I want to be able to eat it. And so that's what we're doing by grinding the hay is just taking that kind of first step. And it also minimizes on waste as well.
Oh, sure.
We could roll out bales of hay for them, but when you roll out a bale of hay, you can lose up to 25% of that bale just from it laying on the ground like that. They'll lay down on it. They go to the bathroom on it. I mean, they're animals at the end of the day. So it is a little bit self-serving to do it the way that we do it, but it's also better for the animals in the long run.
So at the end of the day, they're animals, but during the day, there's a whole different process going on. There's sophisticated businessmen walking around and going to their desk to and from, sitting around, drinking coffee and lattes and talking about sports. Oh wait, no, they're cows. No, never mind. But they are happy cows, because where you've got them at, and you described some of these other ranches. You didn't name names, and I'm not going to name names. And by the way, if you are out there watching or listening, if you're watching, please join in the chat. Ask Tim some questions. If you're listening, we are talking to Tim Haer, owner of Green Grass Cattle Company up in Weston, Missouri, responsible farmer, and the pastures that these cows are in are just, they're lush. I mean, there's no real better way of saying it.
They kind of have to be. Brown Grass Cattle Company just doesn't have the same ring.
Right. and Lush Grass Cattle Company just sounds kind of silly. So
right, yeah.
And
no, Kristian, you're right. I mean, that's awesome that you recognize that immediately, because anybody that's raised cattle will tell you that if you're going to have cattle, the first thing you've got to learn is how to grow grass. If you can't grow grass, you're not going to have cattle very long. It's just, it's just.
Yeah.
And you do cultivate all your own grass that you grow and harvest. I mean, and it's not just the pastures, but I mean, you farm your own fields to feed these cows and or cattle, or I'm not sure what the appropriate terminology is. Okay, we're just gonna call them big chunks of beef walking around. But you know, like you said, happy cows make happy food. And I mean, you know, it's it may sound a little morbid to talk like that, but in the end, hey, we're carnivores, and it's not like again, these mass-produced ranchers who let their cows walk around, eat off the ground. It's dirt. And like you said, when we pulled in, okay, this was amazing. This is what blew me away. I'm in his truck, and he takes me out to go out to the pastures and see him. He's like, watch what happens. First off, he leaves the gate wide open. Okay.
Yeah.
and I'm like, dude, you're
Don't advertise. I leave the gates open.
Sorry.
Too strict on people shutting gates.
He left the gate open for a minute and then shut it. No, there was a cow trained to shut the gate.
Yeah.
But the thing was, none of the cows went running towards the gate. They just sat there and they like kind of looked at us as we're driving up, and he's like, watch, this cow won't even move. And it was sitting there like literally just like, what up, dude? You know, I mean, he's just giving you or she, I guess she's giving you this look, and you even have a video. I think we've got it downloaded.
Yeah, we should have it.
And it's I just well, and I first off, I have to ask, is this number 7 that the video is of?
No, it should be Green Grass 2, I believe.
No.
Sorry.
Here's another thing. Tim, explain why the cows have numbers.
Oh, so I can identify them. Each number, so they've got an ear tag, and I know that's a really obvious answer to that question.
It's like, okay,
so they'll have an ear tag.
Thanks for making me sound stupid, which isn't hard, but okay.
Well,
they'll have an ear tag in their ear.
When they play basketball, we know who the foul's on. That's why. All right. When they play cow basketball, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So every rancher, every farmer, every cattle producer, they do it differently. The way we have ours set up, we'll tag in their ear. We'll tag in their right ear. If they're a bull calf when they're born, we'll tag them in the right ear. If they're a heifer, we'll tag them in their left ear. And
right.
the number signifies the first 2 digits are the year that they were born in. The last 3 digits will be the number I guess the number in sequential order of when they were born. So like this year, 23001 will be the first calf born this year.
Okay. I got you. Okay.
And then we also have different colors that signifies what herd they came out of, what bull sired them, so that we don't have any.
Oh, crossbreeding.
Any bad.
Or inbreeding.
Exactly.
You don't got any West Virginia stuff going on, is what you're saying.
We're close to Arkansas, but not that
close.
Right. Hey, my mom's from Arkansas.
Hey, there's good people from Arkansas. Just
Okay, that just explained a whole lot right there. Okay, no, but we're out there and we're talking about these cows, and they are just great docile creatures. They're out there, they're chewing their cud, eating grass, hanging out, looking at us like, you're in the wrong place, Bubba. He said that he's like, oh man, there's one, it's number 7, and it will just come up and start nudging you and rubbing on you. And I'm like, and I just looked over at Tim and I go, there's a reason they got numbers, huh? He goes, yeah, you give a name to him, it's your pet for life at that point. And I'm like, oh dude, Oh, which goes back into Andy's random 9 list. Let me see if I can find it. I think it's this clip. Hang on. Let me see if
I think it's Green Grass 2 is the one you're talking about.
Green Grass
I'm not
2.
mistaken.
Okay, yeah. Hold on here. Let's this. I'll show you. This is why he has happy cows. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay, so now we may have just made a whole bunch of people vegetarians at this point, but the thing is, I mean, this cow is just like, dude, come on, you know you're gonna do it. And what you don't see there is towards the end of the video, and Tim, you even just turn around and go, "Is this what you want?" And you start rubbing him, and giving him a noogie, and the cow's just like, "Oh yeah, that's it, do it." Oh, and it's a happy cow. It's a happy cow. And these cows, I mean, again, they're given very good lives. They're given pretty full lives, I would say. It's not like you just grow it and then there you go. It's done. These cows hang around for a while. They get to enjoy life as they are, and then they go into the process, man. And it's it is what it is, and it's like a fish, the same thing. You go fishing and they're like, oh yeah, not this time, and then they take the hook and go, damn it, it happened. And there's a whole bit there, but I just, like I said, these you can just tell the difference. And I know if you've gone to my TikTok or anything, you've seen I've done taste samplings of this man's product, and oh my gosh, so amazing. I didn't do the roast. We forgot to do the roast. We did the roast, which again, my wife's a really good cook, but it was just absolutely amazing. And she's a huge skeptic of when I'm talking about this stuff, and she's like, and then she was just like, oh my gosh, like we did the sirloin, was it the sirloin steaks? I think.
Yeah, the center cut sirloin.
Yes.
Slice.
Oh my gosh. So tender, so delicious, so amazing. And and she likes hers cooked a different way. I like mine rare. So which was hard for me to be out there with the cattle, because I was just like, well, I'm just going to go eat. And I was like, dude, I'll get you something. Don't worry, dude.
Right.
But now, everything you have there is fairly self-sustainable. Like I love the fact you go and get this stuff from this brewing company, because it's not waste. It's still actually good grain that you can use to feed these cows, and it helps them. But then you also, like, you're in the process. I think you started it, the water filtration system, which I found absolutely amazing.
Oh yeah, with our ponds.
Yeah, he's got a system of ponds that basically filter water, so the cows have this constant fresh drinking water, and
Oh wow.
it's all natural. It's all right there. And
Well, that's if they choose, if they choose to drink out of the ponds. Most of the time, they just use the ponds to cool off in the summer, because each of our pastures has a water that's hooked up to the same water that you and I drink.
right.
So I mean, they get tap water. They're spoiled.
Even Kristian, there's probably a little Evian out there as well, and
sometimes if they're being really good, I'll bring out a couple bottles of Pellegrino, some mineral water for them. And
a little rind of lemon, and here, let me get the rim of your glass for you. A
little slice of cucumber in the glass, maybe.
Oh, dude! Wow, you do go all out.
I can be bougie. I can do
it. Oh my gosh, Tim Haer from Green Grass Cattle Company is with us. All right, so Tim, tell us. I mean, okay, like I said, you are so vast, and again, you're not as huge as a lot of these big cattle ranches and stuff like that. And there's a purpose behind that, because you keep incredible control over and quality over what goes on with these cows and what they're doing and how they're handled. And I mean, you keep a certain, I guess the term would be per capita of acreage per amount of cows, et cetera, and so forth. You choose the genetics of these cows, and you don't just go and go, oh, well, there's a male bull. Let's just grab, well, I guess male bull. Yeah. That's kind of redundant. But
I don't think cows are picking their pronouns yet. I think they're still.
Oh, come on. They prefer they. We know that, right? They're they, them.
They, them, yeah.
They might. I don't know. I've never asked them. So
I don't know. Well, I've never milked a bull, but I have milked a cow, and there's a whole sling of jokes that we could just go into, and it's going to get me in trouble, and I'm going to have to spend a lot of time at church after that. So, but okay. So yeah, we've got, I mean, you handle so much. It's just me. And again, what is your guys? You see, I love this, and I put this on all my posts about anything that involves you. Your motto is,
"This ain't no hobby."
Boom. And dude, it really isn't, because everybody there, the few people I talked with Tim, they all have such great pride in what they're doing and how they do it. It's some days you go to work, it's work, it sucks, but you still, these guys, I can tell that even when they don't want to come to work, they're doing it right. And like you said, there is no sick days. There's no days off. It's 7 days a week, 365 days a year, because the cows don't walk over and go to the microwave and go, throwing in some popcorn. It's you've got to be there, and you've got to take care of them, and you do it awesome and amazingly. And okay. And I haven't talked too much about it because I really wanted you to talk about this. I think it's so cool. You started the first ever vending machines for select cuts of beef. You got to tell us about how you came about that, and where it's at and what all it's about.
Yeah, so I'm finding out it's not the only meat or steak vending machine in the United States, but it is the only true farm to table one. It's the only one in the United States where the farmer, the person actually raising the product that's in the machine, it's the first of its kind in that regard.
Okay.
Yeah, so for it being a true farm to table vending machine, it's the first. There's other butchers and meat companies that have vending machines, but they're not actually, the ones raising the animal. They're buying an animal, processing it. So it is, the vending machine itself is the first farm table in the United States. The idea came, I was reading a magazine article about vending machines being popular in Europe and in Japan for items other than just snacks and drinks, right?
There's also we don't want to talk about some of the items that are there, trust me.
I had a buddy of mine that moved to Germany, and I was talking to him one night, and he was like, "You're not gonna believe this. There's vending machines here that are selling sausages, that are selling bratwurst." He's like, you should totally do this with steak. And I looked into it. It was about a 6-month project of researching and figuring out what machine I needed, who I needed to work with locally to get that machine, what I wanted it to look like, what did I want the customer interaction to look like. And then ultimately, yes, I want people to buy product out of that machine, but I want that machine to provoke some thought, right? I want that machine to encourage people to investigate where their food actually comes from. I mean, obviously they're getting it from the machine, but my phone number is right there on the front of it, and people have called me and asked me questions about it, which I love. Kristian, I've talked to you for a long time. I love farming. I love cows, and I love sharing information that I know, as limited as it may be. And I love just educating people on the fact that the food that they're getting, they may not know everything about it, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. But I think if you're going to spend the time to purchase a product, if you're going to spend the time to prepare that product and then feed it to yourself or to your family,
right?
I think it deserves some investigation as far as, where did it come from? How was it raised?
Right. No, absolutely. And that's why I was just, I'm like, dude, you've got to come on this show. Like I was actually hitting you up to be a sponsor, but after talking with you for an hour or so, I was like, no, you got to come on the show. You need to talk to people about this. You need to tell people about this. You need to go. And down here at the bottom on the crawler is how you can find out more about Greengrass Cattle Company and Tim Haer. www.greengrasscattleco.com is the website to go to, or they're on Facebook or YouTube at Greengrass Cattle Co. Or Instagram. That's right. Greengrass Cattle, or at Greengrass Cattle Co. is the proper terminology for the Instagram world. And like I said, just hit Google and go to Greengrass Cattle Company.
So Tim, I'm super curious about the vending machine real quick.
Yes.
So most of the meat that I buy at the store is typically like price per pound, right? And normally doesn't have a price on it. And everything that I look at in the meat section has a different price on it. So, are you like meticulously weighing out these pieces of meat so they're all the same price? Or
No.
is there something in the vending machine that will say the meat in C3 is $4.96?
No. So when we process an animal, we have to have it processed with a USDA inspected processor.
Okay.
And there's a couple differences, but USDA processors, they put a lot number on each package, each item that they package. They weigh it there, and we can be specific and tell them, hey, I want every ribeye to weigh 1 pound. And
okay.
They'll cut it and trim it so that it fits that 1 pound requirement.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did go through all of them, and I made sure that each one in there was the appropriate weight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and the cool thing was the first day you opened this, you started them out on a Thursday, correct?
Yeah.
And this, we had just started talking to each other about this, and then what was it? I spoke with you Saturday. You're like, listen, man, I got woken up at midnight last night because we ran out of product in these things, and people were freaking out. And I mean, seriously, if you've had this product, you understand, you get it. Now, is it like the cheapest thing like you're going to find in your grocery store? No, it is not. But it is reasonably priced, and expect, for what you're getting. And in this day and age, you need to be eating the right kinds of good food. And this is the right kind of good food. I can guarantee you one bite of this stuff and you will fully agree with what I'm saying. And now in Weston, you've got your shop, you've got your store, but you're also all over the interweb. People, you can ship anywhere in the U.S. Like you shipped out to Cape Cod not too long ago, correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
There's huge fans of these guys everywhere. So It can be arranged. It can be done. So go to www.greengrasscattleco.com and check out the website. Order some of this stuff. Tim, I know you got to get going because you're doing a speaking engagement at one of the colleges, correct?
Yep, Northwest Missouri State University up here in Maryville, Missouri.
So
Nice.
is that what prompted the haircut and the shave?
It was this show and doing that, yeah.
And it was not this show because I was all gruff. If you've seen other pictures, if you've seen our picture of Tim, he's like in a cowboy hat, all full on cowboy farmer,
Kristian told me not to shave for this show just so everybody would match.
Yeah, and then I shaved on you. Curveball,
No, Andy shaves like 5 minutes before the show, but it's the Greek in him that just shuts it down. And
yeah, no, it's literally that Homer Simpson moment where he shaves everything and then just right after, just
right, yeah. No, Kristian, you mentioned like about our pricing, right? And I'm glad you brought that up because it's an important thing to talk about. No, our pricing, we're not going to be the cheapest.
No.
And we can't be. And I don't think a lot of people know this, but in 2022, the United States imported, it's nuts to me.
Oh, yeah.
The United States imported more beef from Brazil than they have in any 2 years combined previous to that.
Yeah.
Okay. And what's even crazier to me is we imported this beef starting in January 2022 at record pace. And one of the reasons why we imported so much was because China put an embargo on beef from Brazil for concerns over animal health and safety. Okay. China said, hey, Brazil, we're not going to take your beef. But for some reason, the United States said, hey, yeah, we'll take all of it. And in fact, we're going to take more than we've ever taken before.
Oh, man.
Which, and you look out, being in the Midwest, you look around, there are cows everywhere. In my opinion, there's no reason to import any beef. But, you talk about us, like our pricing being more expensive than the grocery stores. Yeah, it is. And I'm not ashamed that it is. I'm actually very proud that it is. I would, now knowing what I know now, unless I absolutely with certainty knew where that animal came from, the meat that I'm buying at the grocery store, it would have to be a very special situation for me to be handcuffed to only buying beef from the grocery store.
Right.
Now.
Yeah.
And one thing I'd like to share is if you're buying beef that way, if it's been processed here in the United States, it's going to have a USDA establishment number on there. And you can get on the internet, you can look up that establishment number, and it'll tell you exactly where that animal came from, where it was processed and packaged at.
Wow.
That's interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, this is all the stuff that Big Beef doesn't want you to know. But hey, I'm telling you, I'm bringing the truth.
Yes. And, but again, you're going to pay for what you get. And, let me tell you, the difference is amazing. Well, we've changed our diet up at my household, just, over the past few years. And I not only feel better, I do kind of go, oh my gosh, what? How much was our grocery? But again, we're not eating hordes of food because when you eat the crap food, you eat tons more of it because it's not satisfying. It's not fulfilling as to where, like I said, dude, that's the first time I ate a steak where I was like, because of the way it's raised, the way it's grown, the way it's fed, and the way it tastes. I mean, and I slowly savored every bite because I was just like, I can't believe how good this is.
And I can attest to that. He hasn't shut up about it since he ate it. and we do not live in the same state.
No.
Oh yeah, that's right. Andy, I need to send you some so you can try it as well.
You send it to me, I'll let him know how good it is.
Hey, don't touch my meat, Kristian.
Usually you have to pay double for that kind of action.
Yeah.
Things just got a little escalated. All right. Hey, Tim. All right. I know you got to get going, but I really want to do a quick round of random questions of insanity.
Random questions of insanity.
That guy and what he's talking about right there. So
in the studio.
I know and I'm moving, so I'm not sure where he's gonna go. So I guess he's staying at your place from now on.
Okay. Gotta clear out the attic for him. All right.
So yeah, we're gonna start with a quick round of random questions of insanity. We have 2 base questions. I think you're good for both of them. What's your best James Bond film?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I honestly have never seen a James Bond film.
Ever? Oh my God! All right,
Never.
Tim, we're gonna hang out one weekend and watch James Bond.
If
All
it
right.
doesn't have cows in it, I'm really not that interested.
There's a movie called Octopussy, which never mind. What is your favorite sandwich and what all is on it? Now I'm pretty sure beef is going to be part of it.
Oh, my favorite sandwich. My favorite sandwich comes from one of our neighbors in Weston, Green Dirt Farms. They have a sandwich called Ruby Don't Go Bacon My Heart, and they have. I'm told that they have a lot of really good sandwiches. I know, it's crazy. I'm told that they have a lot of really good sandwiches. The first time I went there, I ordered this sandwich, and I've never eaten anything else on the menu because this sandwich is that good. It is.
Oh wow.
It is unreal.
What? Okay, so what's the name of the place? We're giving them a free plug, so let's do it.
Green Dirt Farms in Weston, Missouri. They raise sheep and they produce sheep like sheep cheese. The sheep that they raise, they're dairy sheep. So
wow.
They produce a lot of cheeses that you're not able to get the same quality or the same kind of cheese at grocery stores. And they're right there in Weston, Missouri.
And they got a deli and everything.
Yeah.
Okay,
You can go in and you can taste wine and order sandwiches, and they've got a neat little setup there. Yeah.
Well, I guess I know where I'm going this weekend. All right. Okay. Yeah, I know we're running short on time.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
we're good. We can roll.
Okay.
This comes from our own Tommy the Truth. What's your favorite cut of the meat?
Mine's a Kansas City strip. So
okay.
Same thing as New York strip, just without the bone.
Okay.
And I like that. I like that cut because it doesn't have in that steak itself. It doesn't have a lot of fat caps on it. It's highly marbled. It's very richly marbled, but you're not having to fight a bunch of fat like you would in like a ribeye.
Right.
Not that there's anything wrong with ribeye, but
right.
If I'm going to eat a steak, I want the meat, right? So
yeah.
I like Kansas City strips. I like them cooked rare, just salt and pepper, no sauce.
That's it.
That's all I need.
That's all you need.
All right.
Ever.
Okay.
Especially with, I'm telling you, this meat is amazing. And I'm not afraid of throwing some steak sauce or something on there because I just love the flavor of steak sauce. But anytime I first have a steak, wherever I'm at, I eat it just plain. Then I put a little salt and pepper on it. And I'm telling you, I could have just gone without the salt and pepper, to be honest. But it's that's all I put on it. And it was okay. I'll shut up. Let's see. What's the better pet, cat or a dog?
Oh man, I have both, and I enjoy both. The cats, I have a deep respect for cats because they kill mice, and I hate mice. But I also, I've got 2 dogs, and there's nothing like having a loyal dog as a companion.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard to answer. I guess I would say dog. I'd have to say dog.
Yes.
All right. Okay.
All right. Yep. There we go. Ding, ding, ding. Where's my ding, ding, ding? All right. So, there it is. Okay. Andrew.
It's your night to order pizza for the group. What are we getting?
I knew it was coming.
Oh,
Yeah.
All right, thin crust. I like a cracker thin crust, buffalo chicken with some dollops of cream cheese. That's
all right.
Okay.
Nice.
I mean, the buffalo chicken. I'm like, okay, that's cool. And then you dollops of cream cheese. That
okay.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yes, thin crust, extra sauce. Okay, since Andy asked his regular question, I'm asking mine. You have a choice to save the world. Iron Man or Batman? Who do you choose? Do it. You
Batman.
Shit. I mean, damn it.
Yes.
All right.
I grew up. Batman was really big when I grew up. Iron Man.
See?
I mean, it's popular, but it's a Batman.
There you go.
Okay, fine.
Thank you, Tim.
There, you get a ding ding just because you're that damn cool. Andy, we got time for just a couple more.
Okay, what is the weirdest thing in your refrigerator right now?
Oh God, I don't know what
I was waiting. I couldn't wait to ask this question today.
The weirdest thing in my refrigerator, honestly, is probably, I actually just saw it this morning, but I have, this is nuts.
It's a cat.
Right next to the milk, there's little vials of like penicillin and some vaccines.
Oh yeah.
Because the medication I use it's really, really expensive. It is not cheap at all.
No.
And so I don't just leave it out. I keep it where I know I can see it every day. Right.
Yeah.
So that's the weirdest thing. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
But it started getting a little scary when you stalled out saying little vials, and I was like, oh, it's gonna be urine or something. And so yes, thank you for penicillin and everything about it. Let's see. I got you can be anyone for 5 minutes. Who would you choose?
Nobody.
No.
Dude, listen. I'm living my childhood dream right now. I don't want to be anybody else. I absolutely love what I do every single day, and I wish more people could experience what I experience. I have no interest in being anybody else.
Aww. Dude, no, it's hey, I'm telling you, after spending that half a day with you, I was telling Annie, I was jealous. I did not want to leave. I wanted to hang out. I wanted to go feed cow. I wanted to go run around and step in manure and do things on the tractor and moo and get weird and stuff. But I wanted to be out there on it, and I was just like, I'm quitting my job. I don't care just mucking stalls. I'm doing it.
Yeah, when I was selling software, I remember my mom and dad came over to my house, and that's when they had a conversation with me about doing this full time, and it was a really easy decision for me because you think about it. Yeah, I was having success in sales, and I liked it, and I made friends with customers that I'll carry the rest of my life. But I always knew that if I was lucky enough to retire someday, I'd be farming in my retirement. So why would I work? During the prime of my life, to make somebody else's dreams come true when I can stop all that and just do what I love right now.
Yep, absolutely, dude. No, it's amazing, and it shows in everything that you do, dude. Okay. Oh, and Tommy's asking if you've ever thrown a cow chip.
Cow chip. Is he talking about like a cow, like manure, like
cow patty?
I've never thrown one. No.
Because there's actually a contest for this. You realize that, right? They freeze them and then throw them.
I've never thrown one. I land apply them. We'll throw them into a big manure spreader, and we'll apply it to our pastures. I look at the cow's poop for health reasons and
Right.
to make sure that they're gaining weight properly. But that's about the extent of my handling of the manure.
Oh Lord. I think we went a little deeper than we needed to, but hey,
Right. Yeah.
it's there. Oh, that's right, the chat. I forgot to enable the chat. But gaming, who is this? Gaming Geo plays. He looks beautiful, man. And
That's a handsome man right there.
Right there. Jim. Okay. So
Yeah.
that's
No,
probably why
gaming Geo plays. That's what it is.
yeah. And
Anyway.
that's why we didn't
You're
have
being
that
admired,
enabled.
Tim.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a real person?
Apparently.
Yeah, I think so.
I thought it
Yeah.
was one of you two. Like, yeah, the camera's working or something.
No.
I didn't know. At first, I didn't think I was supposed to see that stuff over there. But I thought it was just you guys. Like, yeah, his camera's on. He looks beautiful.
No, we have the little private chat that we were chatting back and forth in. But yes, there is an actual chat. We didn't have a whole lot of people, so I just pushed it off to the side. And the focus was on you because you're clean cut and shaven and haircut and
not wearing a hat today.
Yeah. Yeah, because you do have a fabulous looking hat that you should have been wearing, but that's fine.
2 of them actually.
Yeah, well, I thought you gave one to Jason.
Oh yeah, I guess I only have one.
Oh, dude, you lied. Oh my gosh. All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I know you got to get going. Last thing here. You got 30 seconds to tell the world something, Tim. What is it?
Dang. That is, you're pigeonholing me. 30 seconds. I've got so much to say in only 30 seconds.
Well, then you'll have to come back.
30 seconds. Okay. So investigate where your food comes from. Think critically about where your food comes from. Find a local farmer. It doesn't have to be me. Find a local farmer. Ask them questions. Ask if you can purchase their products that they grow. My fear is that there's larger corporations that are playing a game unfairly for family farmers like myself.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And I think if we can bring that back to a smaller scale, it's going to benefit everybody in the long run. Because I don't know how many people out there that would hear this, and if I gave them the option here, you can have a KC strip from a cow that was raised in Brazil and then put on a boat or a plane and brought over here, or you can have a KC strip where a cow is raised here in Kansas City, and you know the person that raised it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I think it's a pretty simple answer.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. And the crowd agrees. So, no, excellent answer, my friend. Tim Haer, Greengrass Cattle Company. Website is www.greengrasscattleco.com, or just find him on Facebook or Instagram. And dude, man, I'm so glad you were able to take time out. I know you got to get going,
Tim,
and I really,
thanks so much.
really do appreciate you doing all this.
I appreciate you guys having me on. Let's do it again soon.
Yes, we will have you back.
And come on out anytime you want to come out to the farm. Come on out, and I'll put you to work. Those feedback they don't load themselves. So
I will do it, my friend. Thank you so much. Go get to your speaking engagement, brother. We appreciate you.
Thank
All right,
you,
ladies and gentlemen, Tim Haer. Thank you, buddy. Oh my gosh. Dude, I swear we can sit here for hours and it's amazing. Just his passion about everything that he does and how he does it. It's so awesome. Man, Tim, again, thank you so much. And yeah, we'll get him back on and hopefully we can get some clips.
We scratched the surface of what we need to discuss with him. He's
absolutely
like you said it. Just, I mean, I know you've spent time with him. You've seen the farm. You've done everything, but I
didn't do everything.
Well, I mean, not everything. You know,
I wasn't allowed to tip the cows.
Well, right, yeah, as you should not be able to.
Good catch. Good catch.
Thanks. But no, you can just tell. You can tell
cow tipping is not a thing. Well,
Well,
yeah.
yeah, you're not a drunk 19-year-old, Tim.
Yeah, because it was 17, but anyway.
Right. Yes.
Um,
But no. Anyway. But hearing him talk about it and hearing him discuss the product, you can really tell that this means a lot to him, and he's again not ashamed of his pricing. He's got
no,
so much faith. He's got so much faith in the product, and he knows start to finish. You
yeah,
know what his what his cows are consuming, right?
yeah. It,
What's coming out of them, literally, right? And and what
which he
and what
checked.
he right and what he's putting into the packaging. I mean, how many people, how many farmers can say that they know all of that,
Right.
right?
Yeah. No,
And
it's
that's just incredible to me. That's
yeah.
it's so incredible.
It really is. And like I said, we've changed up our diet over the past few years, me and my wife. And not only are we eating responsibly for ourselves, but we're trying to eat, healthier with these
Mhm.
kinds of foods. And yeah, it's going to cost a little more, but again, you don't need
Right.
masses of it. And
Right.
which is, it blows me away because you just the flavor, the taste, the benefits from this naturally grown, healthy, in a
Yeah.
lush pasture, things like that. It just makes a world of difference. It's like growing your own tomatoes and
Right.
vegetables and stuff. The
Yeah.
flavor is completely different. The health benefits are completely different and so much
Right.
better.
Yeah.
So I urge you, like he said, it doesn't have to be him. It can be somebody near you. Go hit them up. And
Yeah.
these farmers nowadays, they need our help. They are the
Yeah.
backbone of how this country was built. And without them, we wouldn't be where we're at. And
Yeah.
yeah, our government buying out Brazilian meat and shipping it in.
That's just
Uh,
that blows me away.
yeah. And
Blows me away.
honestly, I mean, farmers are being paid to just basically throw their stuff away,
Right.
and
Yeah.
that's our money that we're using, that the government's using. So
Right.
think about
Yeah.
that, kids, when your taxes get a little bit higher and all that. So speaking of getting higher, we got Tommy the Truth. He's just bouncing in the wings right now, just
Yeah.
itching to come
Oh,
out. But
the Bacon Whisperers in the chat. Hey,
oh,
we can't wait to talk to you, sir.
Tony Adams, Bacon Whisperer, where is he? Oh, there he is, right there.
Yeah.
How you doing, my man? Bacon Whisperer is going to be on in
Oh, about a few weeks.
about a month. Yeah,
Yeah.
about a month.
Right. Yeah.
We're gonna have the Bacon Whisperer on, and he's looking forward to it, dude. I swear we've already had just chit chat conversations over the interweb, and this guy he's like Tim. He's just fun.
Yeah.
He's gonna be great to have on. And if you can go on the Facebook and check him out, it's the Bacon Whisperer is the page, and it's just got a lot. It's about bacon. There's
Yeah.
nothing more to it than that. It's bacon, 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 just like the commercial.
Right.
And except it's not fake bacon, it's about
Right.
real bacon because it's fake bacon. I mean, there's even jokes about turkey bacon and oh no, thank you, because
Yeah.
even though I do enjoy me some turkey bacon, I'm not gonna lie. It's
Well,
weird. It's weird. I'm not gonna lie about that either. But
what's funny is that we were on a huge turkey bacon kick for a while, but then I saw a couple of different articles that were from reputable sources, and one doctor that I trust, that real bacon is actually healthier for you.
Way better.
Yeah.
So much better. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So-
it'll work in a pinch if you can't find the good stuff. So
Right. Yeah. So no, yeah, we were turkey bacon for a few years, and then after I saw this, I'm like, nope, switch them back.
Yeah. Oh, dude. But
Yeah.
yeah. And then thing is, you eat some turkey bacon for a while, then you go out and you have real bacon. Like
And you're
thick
like your
cut.
world. Your world changes. Oh, like
Oh my.
no,
It's
like I mean, it's either like in an omelet or on a hamburger or something, and you're just like, and you've uttered the phrase for some reason. You utter the phrase, and you hear people utter it. I haven't had real bacon in months. You know, like, and then you're just like, oh my god, like what's your? And then you get like, and then for like the next 3 weeks, you buy nothing but real bacon, and then you go back to turkey bacon because you feel guilty, right? But then
no,
not
don't.
anymore.
No,
not anymore.
No, that would be wrong. Wrong
Right.
answer.
Yeah.
No, and thick cut changed my life. There's a lot of jokes right there.
Man, no. So much.
But yes, I mean, you just go Homer Simpson when you have the that bacon
yeah.
for the first time.
Oh.
Oh, it's so delicious, dried up pork and every smoky, salty, flavory. Oh. Speaking of delicious and savory and yummy, we have got a new sponsor. And I failed to mention it you had already mentioned it in the opening, but
I put it in the opening because that's what I do.
Mrs. A's famous Salsa Buena. She just did the big food expo. She was so excited, and I guess they are going to be expanding fairly soon all over. So y'all need to be looking out for it. Let's hear a little bit from the old Mrs. A's famous Salsa Buena right about now.
Heyo, do you like salsa? Are you tired of pretending you like what the mass-produced companies are giving you? Well, now you don't have to. That's right, Mrs. A's famous Salsa Buena is here to treat you right. They got 3 flavors like medium, hot, and salsa verde, all made with fresh, all-natural ingredients in a unique blended, authentic salsa with fresh cilantro and no onions. That's right, no more onion breath for you. It's the perfect complement to your favorite foods like burritos, steaks, flautas, nachos, enchiladas, chicken, and of course, chips. But there's so much more. Mrs. A's famous Salsa Buena has gone from a reward for her students now to the shelves in over 500 stores in California, and now it's expanded to Oregon, Nevada, Wyoming, and soon across the US of A. Amazingly fresh, all-natural, authentic, and delicioso, Mrs. A's famous Salsa Buena is near you. To find out where, go to www.mrsafamous.com, and you'll also get some great recipes, info, and so much more. Mrs. A's famous Salsa Buena. Reward yourself and eat buena.
Oh, yeah, you're going to eat buena because it's
Eat the buena.
How do we go from salsa being Italian?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
It sounded cool though. So
No, it was not bad. I liked it.
a little racist, but
A little bit.
It's a little
The
bit.
teensiest. The teensiest.
It's a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit. Forget about it. All right. But the one thing we're not going to forget about is
we'll do it live.
Okay.
doing it live. That's right. You know what we're going to do live?
Yeah.
Just because
Do it live.
we haven't done
I
it
can,
live
I'll
for a
write it
while.
and we'll do it
No.
live.
We're going to do it live. We're going to do it live with Mr. Tommy the Truth. So we got to bring him in here. Here he comes. Tommy the Truth. Where is he? Where is it? There it is. Here we come.
There it is. Yeah.
Do you like sports?
Whoa.
Do you like your sports in your face? Do you like to know the truth about your sports? Well, now it's time to get real and get truthful with all things sports. That's why now, on the Random Christian Show, it's time for the man, the myth, the one who brings sports all to the interweb world. It is time for Tommy the Truth.
Hey, where is he? Where's Tommy? We gotta bring Tommy in. Tommy the Truth, ladies and gentlemen. Where is he? There he is. Tommy, how you doing, buddy?
Dude, that just gets me so fired up just to explode about every type of sports topic imaginable. That is so unbelievably tucking epic. That's so unique. I like that. I appreciate you doing that. This gets me all fired up. Makes me want to come just right out of the seat.
Yeah.
Just want to come right out of my seat. Jesus.
Yep.
Hey, we paid a lot of money for that, so you
That's
know.
right.
Well, all the money that we made over the past year, which we still haven't collected. So
Right, we 5-finger discounted it.
Yeah. No, that was good. I like it. Get you fired up to talk about a lot of stuff that's going on right now. I haven't really been able to talk about my end thing because NFL season's over with now. I'm going to talk a little bit about the Super Bowl, what I gained for it, what's happening in the we have the off season, we have franchise tagging, we have free agents, and then a little bit about the new baseball rules that are absolutely driving the hitters crazy right now. The new baseball rules.
Yeah. Okay. So all right. So let's start off. First off, just gonna say, Super Bowl picks.
I lost. Sorry.
What's my score? I
conscious...
picked Kansas City. What's the score I picked for Kansas City? I picked them.
I actually
You lost it, didn't you? You lost it.
Well, hey, I'm moving, so I've been cleaning things. And
27, 24. I think it was 27, 24.
Yeah. No, yeah, you had the closest. You had the closest.
3 points. Yeah. I said 3 points, so I had it right, but it was a little bit higher score.
But yeah.
I did not pick the officials to win.
Wait a minute. Okay. The defensive back admitted he held. He admitted that he held the guy.
That was literally just a joke. I totally agree with the call at the end of the game. I totally agree with it. Like, no, that was.
I just don't know if you. I just don't know if you call if you call that at that moment. That's the thing. Do you call that at that moment? Because you can call holding on every play. You can call on the offense. You can call defensive pass interference probably every play. I just don't know if you called it at that time of the game. But hey, defensive back came out and said, "Hey, I did it."
Yeah, I don't. If he had not held, I still don't think he would have caught that pass. It was way behind him. Way behind him.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think he would have caught it either. I think. To me, that game was a game of two halves. The first half, Philadelphia dominated. They were up double digits at halftime, and then Kansas City owned it. They adjusted, and they owned the second half. I just Philadelphia, and that's an example of head coaching and Andy Reid was knowing what he's doing in that second half. They made adjustments, and Philadelphia just didn't play a good second half.
Yeah. Okay. But okay, let me throw this out here, and because I'm this kind of guy, and I love conspiracy theories, so and I hate corporate anything. So most NFL games are usually, they're going to do this in this half, and then the other team does this in this half. It's almost always like that, especially with the Chiefs. They come out, they don't always have a good first half. Second half, they always do good. And it seems to be, now, I can't believe I'm going to say this. The New England Patriots, back when they were doing their, winning.
Just in
oh my God. It just hurts. It just hurts.
Right. Yeah.
Just talk.
Well, thankfully that dynasty has died.
Yeah, I know. Thank you, Jesus.
Okay, are you trying to say that a lot of people believe the NFL is scripted? I've heard people saying it's fixed, it's scripted. Do you believe that type of conspiracy theory?
Absolutely. And so does Xander.
No, absolutely. Yeah, he's going nuts in the background right now.
Well, this is the thing. I have to wonder that sometimes too, because I remember years ago the Rams played the Saints. Remember that terrible a defensive pass interference call that was never called. Remember that?
That's right.
That was horrible. That was obvious.
Yeah.
and the ref is right there. The ref is right there, and that was obvious pass. He didn't throw the flag.
Yeah.
I mean,
dude, I'm okay. See, and I used to be a fence sitter like you. I'd be like, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But the more and more, and the money that is involved in this sport, in that sport in particular, I've kind of lost it begs to wonder. No, it's a paid for, this is a script. It might as well be pro wrestling. But it's just written a lot better. I'll
say to that, honestly,
wow.
Overseas soccer's been proven to be fixed. Tennis has been proven to be fixed overseas. We had remember that guy in basketball, NBA, the ref, he got fired for like fixing games or calling fouls a long time ago. I forget his name. So sometimes you just don't know. I don't want to believe the NFL is fixed, but sometimes when I see obvious penalties that should be called, just obvious things that they just don't happen, or they do happen, you have to wonder if certain things are just falling into place. But I don't want to believe it's scripted, because that's my favorite game to watch.
Right. Well, it's so hard to believe that something with 11 players on one side, 11 players on another side, right? 53 players on each sideline, right? 10 to 20 coaches on every sideline, right? A ref crew of what, 6, 7, or 8? Can you imagine the level of coordination that would need to go into telling someone not necessarily to give their all in a certain area, right?
Right.
And where are they getting now? We know the quarterback has his headset. We know the defensive team captain has their headset. Does the head official have a headset? Is someone in his ear? Is someone in his ear saying, "Hey, tell 45 to cool it. Tell 45 to slip on the next play." Like, is it that granular, or is it, hey, if you can give Nick Foles a Super Bowl championship, let's try to make that happen. Right? Like, do you think, I mean, and who is making that call? I like just
the corporate
level,
companies running it, dude.
I mean, is Pepsi calling in and say, boy, we just signed Patrick Mahomes to, or no, it's Disney, right? Oh man, we just signed Patrick Mahomes. If he wins, he's going to tell the world that he's going to Disneyland. He needs to win this game. Who are they calling first? Who after that are they calling to tell, okay, we know Philly's up, but KC's got to win this one.
Okay, is it that hard to believe that those calls can't be made though?
The calls can be made, but you're telling 11 guys, or I'm sorry, you're now telling
that are highly paid.
Well, no, you're telling 106 people on the biggest stage to not play their best.
Right. Yeah.
Because it happened
a lot of this.
It happened a long time ago in baseball. A long time ago in baseball, but that was the team. We remember that. That was a long time ago. But I'm curious to see if that is true. That is true. Who's making the call? Because we don't know who's making a call on that. But I don't want to believe it's true. I love football, but it's not hard to imagine. Sometimes.
I don't want to believe. But you know what? When it boils down to it, we're human, right? We make mistakes.
Yeah.
Okay. No. Again, that's why the replay rules are there, right? And we're allowed to get checked over by other people, right? So if I make a call, if I'm a ref and I make a call that's wrong, okay, they replay it and they reverse it. That's why it's there. Okay. I'm just saying, if you want to take all of these questions out, then you take the refs out of the game and you you AI it to a point where this constitutes penalties, right? Can you imagine?
I think some of the right. I think some of the pass interference that are
yeah. Finish it, Tom. Finish it.
I think some of the pass interference calls that are just obvious, they should be able to put those and challenge those and replay those and take a look at those. I think another thing I hope they change before next year, and I know they're talking about it. In college football, it's pass interference is 15 yards in the first down. The spot foul, I hate that. A quarterback could just throw it 50, 60 yards, 40 yards, and if the guy barely touches some pass interference and they get the ball 40 yards up, I think it should be 15 yards first down. They need to change that coming into next season.
Yeah, I agree. No, I agree. The spot foul is a terrible call.
Yeah.
I know
so is the in the grass rule.
Well, I think the whole thing with quarterbacks is like they can't even get hit anymore. That's not football to me. You barely touch them, cause them to have a hangnail, and they're gonna throw the flag. It's just
right.
Don't get me started on that. Don't get me started on that. It's crazy.
Then let's all agree on this. I think football should be taken back to the 1970s rules of football. Okay.
Wow.
Just win, baby. Just win, baby football. Okay. Where the rules are the bare minimum. Yeah, you can hit the quarterback. You can hurt the quarterback. You can shove a finger in somebody's nose when you're in the pile. You get up and you turn around and you go back and line up and play the game. You don't say, he did.
Remember that?
He poked my finger in my butt.
I've seen guys get clotheslined just like this, boom, across the neck back in the 70s.
Yeah. So Kristian, I would only support that. I'll only support that if everybody wears the single bar helmet.
Oh, dude. Oh my God. Or just no face
Joe
mask at all.
Joe Theismann helmet. Oh my God.
Yep.
Okay, hold on. I gotta tell this story. I gotta tell this story real quick. All right. When I was in radio, I was in San Luis Obispo, and I was at a nightclub, or not a nightclub. I was at a restaurant that they had a show. It was called the Melrose Place show, where I did a live broadcast while we watched Melrose Place. Well, I found out that Joe Theismann was downstairs in one of the conference rooms and doing a speaking event, right? And I just happened to mention it on air, and I had a pencil with me. And I said, I wonder if Joe Theismann remembers this sound. And I snapped the pencil.
Oh.
Well, apparently we tapped into the wireless on the conference room. And he heard that. And I had the manager of the establishment come up and go, Mr. Theismann heard everything you said, and he's pretty pissed off, and he would like an apology. And I was like, I'm a Raiders fan. He can suck it. And so after that season of Melrose Place that they had already paid for, I was not allowed to go back there again.
Probably a good call.
Oh, you can't be that, because I remember when their ass with Plunkett and Marcus, who was your running back that did an amazing run? God, I should know his name. It's something. When you guys played Raiders Washington, Marcus Allen did that amazing run where he went to the left side, curved all the way back around, went to the right, and boom. I remember that run.
And gone.
Yeah, and gone.
Him and Joe and Bo Jackson.
No, Bo Jackson was. I always said Bo Jackson would have stayed healthy. He would have been the greatest running back we've ever seen. Yeah, that guy was running like a 4.140. Could run you around you. You couldn't stop him. It's just unfortunately that he had so much power. You know, he got hit by that guy that played with Cincinnati. It wasn't a hit. It's that he pulled away. Bo Jackson pulled away, and he was so strong he pulled his hip socket out. That's so strong. You have to have incredibly strong legs to pull your hip socket out. And then the blood vessel, I guess, wrapped around the the ball and then it went back in, and that's what happened. That's what happened.
No, stop it.
So it wasn't even an actual hit. It was actually he pulled his socket out of hip. Unbelievable.
Oh.
He would be the greatest of all time. I told people that. I told the younger people that and that they go, just go watch videos. Go watch
No, stop it. The Bacon Whisperer has a good point. Has anyone still playing said it was scripted? I know Pat McAfee has talked about it.
That's right. Yeah, I don't. Well, maybe
there was a running back that used to play for Houston team, not the Houston Oilers, but the newer Houston team, Houston Texans. I forget his name, but he doesn't play anymore. But he said that it's scripted. He's come on a show and said it was scripted. That, but I don't know. Leave that.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, anyway.
Question for you.
The football's over.
Here's the ending. Okay. And I said this before. I always felt a dynasty in a decade is the team that wins the most Super Bowls or whatever championships in that decade. I think right now you have to say Kansas City is a dynasty of the decade. They've been to 3, they've won 2. They're the team to beat even next year. They should be keeping most of their players. And the amazing thing, they have 5 rookies starting against Philadelphia. Amazing. It's great coaching. I think they're the dynasty of this decade right now. I think it's back-to-back or it's 2, 3, or 2 and 4 years. And I think they're the dynasty right now in the NFL.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. It is 2023 right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we typically define dynasties by the decade, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Right.
So is it too early to make that call? Let's say they completely fall off next year. Let's say everybody else figures them out, right? And they only win. They've gone to 3 Super Bowls. They've only won 2. But nobody else wins 2 Super Bowls this decade.
Yes.
Are they still,
and this is the reason why
a dynasty?
Because if you win 1 Super Bowl in a decade, you're a 1-year wonder. That's all you are. The Saints won it
Right.
in the 2000s. They're a 1-year wonder. That's all you're all. All right. Philadelphia, they won it last decade, so they're kind of a 1-year wonder. But the team of the last 2 decades before 2020 was the Patriots. So if we have a team for the rest until 2030 or whatever it is, 2029, 2030, and if a different team wins every year, then you have to say Kansas City's the team of that decade or that dynasty because they won 2. You have to. Everybody else is a 1-year wonder, to me.
Yeah.
You win it 1 year. That's special, but it's not that special.
Right. I think it's for me. Well, and again, I'm a Raiders fan, so I hate the Kansas City Chiefs. Right. So I'm saying it's too early to make the call on the dynasty. However, Patrick Mahomes is definitely the best quarterback in the league. And
either the dynasty or it's a start of a dynasty. It's one of the two. It's one of the
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you're right. I don't see them losing anytime soon. Like they're not going to finish 8-8 next year, right? Like I don't know that that's going to happen.
Let's see if they win it. And what about if they win, let's say next year, or they win the year after? That's 3 in 5-year period, 6-year period. They're definitely a dynasty, right?
Well, I think you win 3 with a core group of people, then yes, you're a dynasty. Like
that's a third of the decade. So
right.
I mean,
like San Francisco Giants, 2012, 2014, 2016, that's a dynasty, right? San Francisco 49ers, definitely the dynasty of their time, right?
80s, 80s, yeah.
Yeah, right. And so I think, absolutely yes. But I think there's one more. They need to win one more before they're a dynasty.
Yeah, I kind of agree.
Yeah,
I mean, they're definitely a team to be reckoned with. But hold on, let me check something.
Oh, here we go. We're going into the
thing. Okay, here's another thing.
I'm going into the script.
Break it.
I'm checking this.
Okay,
the script.
Oh no. The Kansas Chiefs.
I am in Kansas City. I did find this at a bus stop.
It's a script.
I'm not sure.
Every Super Bowl they've won.
It's unwritten right now. They haven't finished.
Oh no.
But
Okay.
there was a lot of sponsors on here.
Dude,
so,
you know what? I mean, let's write this movie. Can we write this movie how the NFL is scripted and we're the brain trust behind it?
oh my
Like
God.
we are literally a corporate meeting group of guys that are pitching the storylines of the season, right?
No, Mahomes,
Right.
this is what happens. The quarterback sprains a high sprain on his ankle, but
Right.
yet still wins the Super Bowl.
And you
Boom!
and you
That's
you know
money.
you run out, you have the doctors run out, and again they've solidified their playoff spot at this point, right? They're okay. Chad Henne can come in and finish the game and
Hey.
probably win it.
Hey,
But
hey,
you
doctors
sell it.
can
You
always-
have him limp. You have him cry on the sidelines. You get that camera shot
doctors can
right
make
up there.
reports.
Come on.
They've done it before. Doctors
Oh,
have
man.
made reports
Yeah.
before. They do that.
Don't tell me this would be a great sort of alternate reality movie around.
Dude, we
the
know
NFL.
people we could talk to about it.
We got
And-
to get the advisor on. Yeah, call the colonel.
And he gets
Okay.
the colonel. He gets the girl.
Call
in
the
there.
colonel. Call the colonel.
Oh, of course. Oh, it's the quarterback. Hey. When I played high school football, it hasn't changed. The quarterback always gets to go. I was the receiver. I always got second pickings or either third, fourth pickings. The quarterback always gets the hot shit.
Right. Hey, I was the center. I had to ask around a couple times just to get a girl to go to me with a dance.
Oh,
There we go.
well, you're the center guy. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
eh,
Yeah.
I put up the nerds disclaimer, so we're good. It's all right. Okay, so all right, enough foosball. We're done with the foosball. Foosball's over, and congratulations, Kansas City. I mean, this is my hometown now, and I again, former Raiders fan. I'm just whatever at this point with pro sports, but
Yeah.
I think if anybody does deserve it, it is the Chiefs, who have always been the bridesmaid, never a bride.
But I tell you what, Raiders fan. I'll tell you what, Raiders fan. Aaron Rodgers is a possibility. Is out of the darkness yet?
Oh,
Is he out of the
right.
dark?
He's-
Whatever the hell he's at. Okay, he might. Hey, you never know. Is the receivers over there, and you guys got plenty of money under the cap. What's the space in Baltimore? They
I
said
don't-
they're 100 million apart. They're $100 million. Maybe you could go after Jackson. That's a possibility right there.
How would you feel
Honestly,
about
getting
the best
Jackson?
fit?
How would you feel getting him?
Come on, Lamar Jackson is a definite upgrade from Derek Carr, right?
Yeah.
I don't.
Derek Carr served his purpose, man. He really
Well,
did. But the problem was they got rid of the coach that got him there. And it's just been so unsustained ever since.
Well,
so.
I don't think any quarterback can thrive under 6 different head coaches and 7
Right.
different offensive systems, right?
And
Not
then
that-
movies.
Hey, let's not forget.
Right.
Let's not forget the great Raider defense that gives up. I mean, defense is horrible.
Right.
So
Yeah,
Yeah.
Not just
not
Carr.
ranked more than 26, right? So, but I think Lamar Jackson's a definite upgrade from Derek Carr, but I think the person that stopgaps them at quarterback and that helps develop whoever they draft is Jimmy Garoppolo.
Mm.
I
knows that-
like Jimmy. I like Jimmy Garoppolo quite a bit. I even like him for my team because he doesn't make the mistakes that kill you. He knows how to win. I really like
Right.
him. If
Yeah, and he
can stay
and he
healthy.
knows
If he can
McDaniel's
stay
system. Like he knows McDaniel's system in and out. That would be like the easiest thing for him to come in. I don't think Aaron Rodgers at 39 wants to learn anything that complicated. And honestly, he would be a PR nightmare for the Raiders.
Like they're
Yeah,
not
that's one of
used to
these-
that.
And I was saying earlier, saying, if you want to go to this darkness retreat, you only are in there 2
Yeah.
days. Why don't you go to your cellar, go to your bedroom, turn off the damn light, okay? Go to your attic,
Right.
turn off the damn light. You got to go to a darkness retreat. Just a total and
Right.
complete oddball, dude. Just like, ugh.
Yeah. He's a PR nightmare.
Yeah. Guys,
Yeah.
Exhibition
All right.
baseball season is here. I don't know. Do you guys watch
I was
baseball
gonna say,
as much as
we
football?
need to jump into baseball.
Do you guys into baseball as much as football?
I am. Yeah. And you're going to laugh when I tell you what my team is.
I probably
It's
won't.
the Oakland A's. It's the Oakland A's.
I was just gonna say Oakland.
No,
I love the A's. So
The
what
A-
happened was, and
yeah.
this is funny. So I was working for KMBR, the flagship station, when the San Francisco Giants went on their run. Okay. And like I got was it the 2010 World Series that they won, or 2012, the first one that they won in 50 some odd years?
10.
2010. Okay. So we got after the World Series, they invited us to this reception right before the parade. We had like Giants themed donuts, blah blah blah, and then we got escorted to the parade under police protection. And I was 8 rows back from the stage during that parade. Like, just an incredible experience. But then I moved over to a different station. We picked up the A's, and that's when they had their miracle season, when they made the playoffs on the last, right? Yeah.
You're like, no.
But they made the
Well, that's
playoffs
what-
on the
I think
last
that's when
game
the
of the
A's-
season.
Yeah, that's when the A's beat the Giants. I think that's when they had the earthquake, right? When they beat the Giants, is that when they won that
That's
World
right.
Series, right?
Yeah.
McGuire,
So
Seiko, all that stuff. Yeah.
yeah. So I've been an A's fan ever since I moved over, I went to that station, watched them fight to make the playoffs, even though they got destroyed in the playoffs after that. I've been on an A's kick ever since. So that's my team.
Well, the A's, what they call Moneyball, Billy Bean, Moneyball. They always
Yeah.
going to know they use a lot of, what is that system that everybody uses? That Moneyball system. I forget what they call it.
Sabermetrics.
And
Small ball.
And they always small ball. They always seem to be competitive, no matter what their payroll is. They always seem to have a competitive team every year.
Yeah.
Because of the way they play the game, which is it. You don't sit there and go for the big hits. You don't go for the big plays. You just consistently put the ball out there and run the ball around.
Yeah.
And that's you're running your percentages. I mean, seriously, I hate to say it, but baseball is a game of statistics and math. It really is. You put the ball in play so many times. One, you're going to cause errors. Two, you're going to make people work for what they have to do, which you're talking about guys who are used to sitting there going, okay. Oh, the ball's coming to me. And that was the thing. The Giants did the same thing. The Giants started saying, hey, you want to play the game? We're going to make you work for it. You're not going to sit out here for 9 innings and jack off. You're going to sit here. You're going to go chasing after the ball that I'm going to put between you two. And that's why, they're adjusting their outfield for this hitter, or they're just, no, you're playing the game is what you're doing. And that's what, oh my gosh, what's the coach's name? The manager's name? The Giants manager that got them. Oh my gosh.
Bruce Bochy.
But yes, thank you. He's the one that, he started. Listen, we're not going to hit over this guy. We're not going to. No, we're going to put the ball where we want to put the ball, and it frustrated a lot of the players. And especially like Will Clark, who actually loved to play that way, but then he got used to being the lazy. I'm going to swing for the fences. I'm going to go. It's about me. It's about being Will Clark. He quit being a team player, and he started. I'm going to exhibition myself to get out. And then he realized, oh, wait, I've actually got a good team. And by then it was too late, Yeah. Barry Bonds, same thing. Barry was like, okay, I'm done. But Barry was an amazing player either way. He's just one of those guys, it doesn't matter. But and there's lots of players like that in the
Well, it's always
in any sport.
It's always the steroid thing with Barry Bonds, and I tell people all the time before he came over from Pittsburgh, he had over 400 home runs before he came over from Pittsburgh, before he got bigger. So
Right.
he was going to be an amazing player either way. A question I have for you guys: the new baseball rules, the batter going crazy right now, exhibition season. The 8 seconds you have to get in there and get it done at the plate, and then pitchers got 20 seconds. To get that ball pitched, 25, I think it's 15 seconds, and 20 seconds if somebody's on base. What do you guys think about these new baseball rules?
I think it's awesome. I am all for it.
Yeah, so this is such a great question, first and foremost. So thank you for asking this. I think it's crazy. I think that they're going to adjust those times as they get used to us because, well, and as an A's fan, I love watching Manny Machado lose his absolute crap over not getting in and getting a strike right away. And then I also thought it was crazy that game ended in a tie because of it, right? Somebody posted a tweet, and I forget, it was one of the big sports Twitter media baseball guys said, so the average running game time in spring training now is been 2 hours and 22 minutes. So the experiment's working.
Right.
So like, I mean, I'm a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. Like, I think the times will get adjusted.
Yeah.
But right now, I just think people need to get used to it. But at the same time, we need to shore up. Like, we can't have 3.5 hours. Like, I can't be up till 11 at night waiting for a game to end because I was the guy at the station that had to wait for the games to end for me to post the damn thing, right? I was the lackey that said, "Oh, great, the A's are in inning 14," right? And it's just like,
well, this is the thing. No, baseball used to be the pastime.
I've been there. I know.
Used to be the pastime. Yeah, used to be the pastime. Used to be the number one sport. Now it's football to me, basketball, baseball. My grandkids don't watch baseball. They're trying to get the young crowds back. They got to speed up the games or cut the season in half, which they're never going to cut games down. You got to make this game pass by because people don't want to sit around. Average major league game last year, I think, was 3 hours and 4 minutes. No one wants to sit around that long. And then here's a good quote. My friend Wallace said this morning. I was talking to him on the phone. My friend Wallace from Greeley, Colorado. Hi, Wallace, if you see that. He said, as far as batters, they're complaining more than the pitchers right now. The batters are complaining. This is the thing. He goes, I don't think batters should stand around, right? I'm here to take children to a baseball game. It's a male review. A guy grabbing his junk for 2 minutes. We don't need to see Magic Mike. We don't need to see Chip and Dale. We don't need to see any of that stuff. Why do you need to grab your junk for 2 or 3 minutes? Nobody wants to see that. So you know what? Get in that box. Get swinging. Walk. You got 8 seconds.
And backing in and out of the batter's
box. Nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to see that.
No, and it's all each other trying to, the pitcher's trying to psych the batter out, the batter's trying to psych the pitcher out. It's a stupid game. It used to make a little sense, hey, I need a second, just let me put my head back in. Okay, cool, let's go. But now it's like, for the fourth time, really, dude? You've been at bat for 10 minutes. You haven't even swung.
Yeah, I got to do this. I got to adjust this. I got to tie my shoes. I got to coffee. I got to
hold on.
Coffee. I got to go to sandwich. I got to, can't show you on TV. I got to do that. Like nobody wants to see that. I can't show you patterns, but nobody wants to see that.
Yeah.
Get on with it. You're losing the young public. And the young public right now. I mean, I told you, I've asked my grandkids, and they don't even watch baseball. That's sad to me.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. And it is. And hey, speaking as a former Giants fan, okay, and being at Candlestick, sticking it out through fog delays, okay, and I was the fan that used to get the little pin that said I stayed, because you would wait 2 hours for them to start the game back up because the fog dropped in on Candlestick, and then it would slowly lift to where they could play the game. I remember watching a pop fly go up, and thank God it's the Giants in the field because they know how to play those in the fog. Okay.
Right.
And the guy will just instinctively start running to where he thinks it's going to be. Keep looking. And his buddies are watching too. And they start yelling back, or forward, run. And the guy will be there to catch it out of the fog because these games need to be tightened up. I mean, granted, rain delays and things like that, but yeah, sitting there playing, with yourself or, waving off the call for 50, waving off the call for 15 pitches, it's like, no,
Right. Yeah.
no, we need to get the
if you're
game
gonna make
rolling.
those type of, if like you said, in the sense of you're gonna make those type of adjustments, do that in the dugout, do it in the outfield when you're in the field and nobody's looking at you. That's when you
Yeah. Right. Absolutely. Yeah.
like I said, do it in the dugout.
Yeah.
Go get some privacy. Go to the bathroom. Do something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, listen, yes, we are starting to get into baseball season, which, I still think it's a great game. Is all these guys overpaid? Yes, absolutely. But, there's nothing you're going to be able to do about that. Do I think a lot of it's scripted? Yeah, I think there is. But I think it's in a lot of pro sports.
They caught the Astros cheating a few years ago. They caught them cheating, knowing they know what pitches were coming. So you never know. You never know.
Right. But listen, to Tommy, we need to talk about this more. And I'm running out of time.
Let's get into this more talk when we get into the regular season. That's when it's going to be interesting. When the regular games count, how much is this going to come to a head?
Yeah.
Yep.
No, I think it's I think it's going to be huge. And I think it's going to make, I think, like you said, there's a lot of kids that, are so used to Nintendo and instant gratification. Now they're going to be able to get a little more intrigued with it. They're going to get a little more hooked in.
Hopefully.
And I think it will. I think it'll bring back a lot to the game. I really do. So I'm excited for it.
I hope so. I just think a lot of the thing is different too, and I'll make this real quick point. It's also that we have social media now. These young kids have other things to do. They got YouTube and Snapchat and all these other things, and that's taking them away from watching sport too. And especially if the sport is long and boring as absolute hell, they're definitely not going to be interested in watching that. There you go.
Never one to hold back.
The playoffs. Love watching the
playoffs. That's right.
Oh God, never one to hold back. It's Tommy the Truth, guys. Thank you so much for being here, bud. Maybe we can get you back next week for a little while.
Absolutely. We got to get it. I want to be able to come on every single week. So,
okay. Well, we're going to get that worked out. But again, Tommy the Truth. Now you're going to be picking up into radio here in a little bit too, aren't you? Or is that still
the only thing I'm doing is I'm doing with you guys right now. That's it. And I'm happy with that.
Okay. Well, good.
Right.
Then we are exclusive with Tommy the Truth. So you heard it here.
Right.
Interesting sports talk, good facts, good knowledge. Tommy the Truth. Make sure you tune in here to the Random Christian Show. Hear all about it. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell everyone. Tommy the Truth is on TRKS, the Random Christian Show. Dude, we love you, man. I love your energy so much, brother. Thank you so much. We're running out of time, and
that's okay.
We'll get you back here next week. All right, brother.
Yeah.
Always a good time, guys. Thank you.
All right,
Take care,
Tommy.
Tommy.
Thank you so much for checking in with us, brother. All right, dude. And wow, we need more time in the day.
Yeah, we do. We're on different sides, and that's messing me up. Thank you.
Yeah. It's really wow. Hold on. Our graphics got screwed up big time, didn't they?
No, because the chat's in. Because the chat's on.
Oh, that's right. Well,
yeah.
All right. Well, and everybody chatting, thank you so much for being a part of the show. Remember, like, follow, subscribe, listen to the Random Christian Show, and tell your friends, tell your neighbors. I'm getting cues from the booth. We're gonna let's say goodbye to all our friends that were joined in with us. The Bacon Whisperer for sure, who will be on here in about a month. So make sure you check it out. The Bacon Whisperer is a Facebook page, If you even remotely love bacon, it's the way to go. I'm not kidding, kids. He's a lot of fun, great guy. Very excited to have him coming on this show, and we're getting him right before he leaves the country. So
Oh, wow.
yeah, he's going and hunting bacon over in overseas. So I don't know. We'll
Nice.
find out what he's doing when he comes on. But in the meantime, next week we've got
Fancy and Amanda.
Fancy and Amanda right here from the Good Wives Network that we are going to be on. They are doing the soft launch here in
Tomorrow.
Is it tomorrow? Oh, yes, it is.
Tomorrow, I thought. Yeah. March 1st. New month.
No. Oh, yeah. No,
Was
soft
I not-
launch.
Was I informed incorrectly?
Soft launch
Probably.
in March. I don't think it's tomorrow. Maybe it is tomorrow.
Okay.
But then, yeah, April. No, I think it got bumped back to April.
Okay. All
Well,
right.
we'll find out next week, won't we?
I will check all of the communication.
But either way, Fancy and Amanda, it's an amazing network, kids.
Yeah.
I know it sounds the Good Wives Network. No, it's about it's so much more than that. And I mean,
Yeah.
hell, we're on it. Okay.
right.
But there's
come
a
on.
lot. If you love true crime, this is definitely the channel to be a part of for sure.
Yeah.
We got all sorts of other great stuff. I want to say thank you again to our friend Tim Haer from Greengrass Cattle. Go to greengrasscattleco.com. Check him out. Order some amazing food. You will not regret it. I promise you. Tommy the Truth, thank you for tuning in and helping us out, talk about the sports. We'll have you back next week. The Dead Campers, thank you for being a part of the show and playing us your music. And what else? Who am I missing? There's somebody else. I know there is. But
Tommy
I'll
the
figure it
Truth.
out. Tommy, I said Tommy.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't know.
Andy.
What?
I did miss you last week. I really did.
No, I missed you. I missed you as well. It was not.
And-
I was not having fun off the show. Was
Well,
not.
for myself, I am Kristian Random, and he is. No, damn it, I did it wrong again.
right.
That's
My
Ranch
name is
Andy
Andy.
right there.
Yeah,
And,
Ranch Andy.
Ranch Andy, kind of like the dressing, but
Yeah.
more useful.
Right.
We'll be back next week with the Good Wives Network, Fancy and Amanda, and you. So please make sure to tune in. And hey, if you can, send a review on the old Facebook or Google and let people know that you really like us because we really like you and we miss you. And we will see you next week, kids. So until then, adios, buenos noches, hasta la vista. See you later. Thank you so much for being a part of the show. We love you. Take care of each other. We're all we got out there. God bless you all. Have a great week until next week. See ya.
So I just thought. Oh wait, we're still on.